so let's look at the original first product that we developed with the slat system. Slat is made of wood, different layers of wood, and the wood that we use, it's only beech. Why beech? Because it's more elastic and at the same time very resistant. So a slat has the capability of flexing. Okay, he has a natural curve, and this curve is to support and to flex better, because if that was straight, it will actually bend backwards, and then that would not giving you the correct support. All the woods that we use are coming from control plantation. This is called the FSC certification. Dorsal is a FSC certified company. That means that all the woods that we get from our supplier come from a control plantation. What we mean is that every time you cut a tree to produce furniture, in this case slats, another tree is planted. This is to avoid the situations like the Amazon forest, which is cut down to produce cheap furniture. Talking about slats, an exclusivity that we have on our slats is that each slat is made of 7 layers when the general industry use only 5. So this is an exclusivity that we have for our market. Layers, imagine the old trucks, the suspension of the old trucks. They used to have like what is called leaf suspension, so many layers of, in that case, steel. The many layers will actually flex more. So the more you add, the more layers you add, the more flexibility you gain. But at the same time, if you imagine this being 2 layers, they will not flex that much, and probably they'll break even faster. Adding more layers means giving also more stability and more durability in time. Each slat has different features. For example, in this model, this area has been caved. So the reason why we do this is that when you take material off, the slat becomes more flexible. And this is actually the area of your shoulder. So if you're a side sleeper, and 50% of the population are side sleepers, it allows you to sink into the frame a little bit more. Consider that there is always a mattress on top, but the mattress will always work in synergy with the slat. All right, another feature that is unique for Dorsal is that on all the hang tags that we have, for example, this one talks about IFI. IFI is the Italian Association of Physiotherapists. We decided to start working and create a partnership with a physiotherapist 10 years ago because we realized that we were good at creating products, but we were not realizing if what we were doing were good for posture and the correct posture and ergonomics. Physiotherapists are doctors that study posture, so how we're standing, how we're sitting, and how we're lying down. These are the 3 main positions that we assume during the day. And by the way, the lying down position is mainly 1/3 of your life. So with IFI, we developed this idea, this concept of ergonomics. And then again, we go back to the idea of a slatted bed base and a bed system. Still talking about the slats, another feature that you can see here is that this kind of foil paper that we put on the slats. This is actually an extra, an add-on that we also developed in the last few years. This actually prevents humidity to go inside the wood. We know that the worst enemy of furniture, wood, is humidity, because humidity makes the wood crack open, and then if you have a reaction of humidity and dry, these 2 things together really damage the product. So the foil of paper that we put on top is to protect humidity to go in. One other reason why someone should choose a slatted bed base is that the difference between a hardboard, which doesn't have holes, well, there are hardboard with the holes, but they won't be as flexible as slats. But let's concentrate on slats versus a hardboard. The hardboard doesn't have any air circulation, so slats allow air circulation and breathability, so it's enhanced. That what means for the end consumer. It means a product that's highly ventilated and that stops humidity to build between the mattress, so the fabric of the mattress, and the wood. So more air circulation means less humidity, less problem with mold and mildew in the future. Because every one of us has a different build, different structure, different height, different weight, a slat to be possible to be adjusted to the personal needs, we use these little things here that we call tensioner or sliders. Why slider? Because they slide. Why tensioner? Because if you put them in the middle, the slide which is underneath that you can see here is not working. So you only have one slide flexing. But the more that you put the sliders to the extreme, the more the slide beneath is working. So now you have two slides. So it's the power of two slides taking your weight and taking your movement during the night. If you put everything to the extreme, usually we suggest this with maybe heavy people that need to be very supported on the lumbar area, and at the same time need to go sinking with the shoulder. So it's the combination of soft area and firm area. So on the 40th anniversary of this product, which has been in the market, again, for 40 years, so it shows how strong and stable it is as a product, we decided to put it to the strongest test. 400 kilos, 1,000 pounds, distributed for the whole length of the frame for 1 week. The result was that no slide were broken and no slide actually collapsed and sank in. So for dorsal philosophy, why should you and why would you have to choose a slat at the base rather than, I would say, a plank, like a hardboard? Well, first of all, the hardboard doesn't have this kind of flexibility. Hardboard is one piece, and when you put a mattress on top, it actually makes the mattress a little bit more firm, more rigid. The slat system acts independently. So each slat, and here in this model we have 15, each one of them is independent.